With this setting in mind, I realized that first step to maximize my sales potential is to increase my chance of even being discovered by the people. Because if they don't even see your booth, you have 0% of selling your products. Hey, what's going on guys? This is the PM guy here. For those of you who's new to my channel, I'm a PM working at Microsoft, and in my channel, I talk about product manager in every aspect, ranging from what it is to how to ace the PM interviews. Today, I wanted to film at a little different location. As you can see in my background, it's not the white background that you always see, but it does seem like it echoes a little bit here. So today I'll be holding this mic a little closer, just so that I can have a better audio quality for you guys. In this video, I'll be talking about how do you know if you will be a good fit for the product manager job. It's often difficult to know what it really takes to be a product manager early on in school years. And another big challenge is that what if you spend so many years to prepare for it and get the job just to find out it's not something you've wanted to do? I wanted to bridge that knowledge gap in this video, and I'll be using my own business experience to make a point. If you are new to my channel, I already posted multiple PM related videos in my channel, and I'll leave the links down below in the description, so make sure to check them out. So recently, since I started my channel, I've been getting these questions like, where do I even start to learn more about PM? Or how do I know if I'll like that job? There are many ways to figure that out, such as joining the PM related clubs at your school, if you have one. If you don't, then you can create one to have a meeting with like-minded people to get together and learn more about PMs in general. You can also go to a local PM meetups, read books and blogs about it, and watch YouTube videos, just like how you guys are doing already. So pat yourself on the back a little bit because you're already taking the first step to learn more about PM. All in all, I think doing your own project is the best way to find out if you will like that product manager job. And also at the same time, gain that skill sets to be a PM. And like I mentioned earlier, I'll be using my own business experience as a reference to make a point in this video. So let me talk about my project. My project was running a retail booth at Richmond Night Market in Vancouver, Canada. For those of you who's not familiar with Richmond Night Market, it's the biggest night market in North America that hosts thousands of people every weekend in the summer. And there's around hundreds of booths that sells different kinds of Asian food, retail goods, and also you can play like carnival games there. I own the retail shop that sells cartoon character seatbelt cover, cartoon character neck pillow, and a reverse umbrella. I was working full-time at the time, but because night market runs only on the weekend nighttime, I was able to do 2 jobs at the same time. So, how is doing your own project like this relevant to knowing if you're a good fit for the product manager role? They're similar in a way that there's no clear-cut guideline to doing things. Same for product manager, where there's no clear instructions how to deliver certain tasks. This could be good and bad at the same time. Good in a way that you have the flexibility to do it in your own way. Bad in a way that you can fall into a trap of not realizing that you're not doing it correctly, but you keep spending time on it. So it's not a good use of your time. Let's go back to my night market business. Imagine you're a business owner. There's no right or wrong way of selling your retail goods, right? But you do have a goal as a business owner. You want to sell as many products as possible. And that's probably common across all the business owners. With that goal in mind, what I wanted to do was grab people's attention by selling more actively than just sitting back and waiting for people to come to your booth. I'm sure you've been to a clothing shop or a shoe store before, trying to buy your own stuff. And also, I'm sure you've been to a store where the employees are not as engaging or maybe looking down at their cell phones and don't even care if you walked in or not. How do you feel about that as a customer? Maybe if you know exactly what you're getting even before going into the store, that might not be a problem. You walk in, you pick your product, you bring that to the counter, you pay and you go. But if they're not that engaging like that, don't you just feel unwelcomed? But on the other hand, If you walk into a store that's very lively and all the employees trying to help you pick the best product that fits you the best, don't you just feel very happy and come back again? It's a pretty simple concept, but that's where I got my idea. I don't know if you've been to a night market, but it's a very busy place where most people will walk past by your booth even without realizing that your booth existed in the first place. With this setting in mind, I realized that first step to maximize my sales potential is to increase my chance of even being discovered by the people. Because if they don't even see your booth, you have 0% of selling your products. So I did a few things to capture their attention, but a couple of things that I want to mention in this video is continuously opening and closing my reverse umbrella. And because the umbrella stands by itself, as you can see, I kept the most colorful umbrellas up in front of my booth so that it grabs people's attention. After doing some trial and error, I found that when you open and close the umbrella, that's when it grabs the most attention from people. So even though my arm gets tired throughout the night, if I'm continuously doing that, I knew that's the best way to grab people's attention. So I kept doing it. So that was my way of having my booth stand out from the others. I wanted to use this example to tell you that I didn't have any clear guideline to know what way is the best way to be discovered by people, which is gonna be similar if you're being a PM. You won't have any clear instructions. Thinking back to the business I had, I don't necessarily know if my way was the best way. But at the time, I had my good reasons to believe that that was the right path to take, and I went with it. And in the end, the turnout for the business was pretty good, better than I expected. That's why I recommend you guys to get started on a project. Honestly, I didn't know what I was doing, but once I decided that I want to try running a business, I was forced into a situation where I have to make my business be successful and try to make the most out of it. And throughout this situation, I found myself being more entrepreneurial by trying to discover a way to gain more attention from potential customers like how I explained earlier. Honestly, it doesn't matter if it's a for-profit or non-profit project. As long as you're serious about your project to do its best and make a good impact to people, you'll use that experience to realize if PM is a career you want to pursue. And while at it, you'll gain some skill sets to be a PM. And also at the same time, you'll have some unique experience to write on your resume. There you have it, guys. Hopefully, this video helped you think a little more about the PM role and see if you would like that job. If you're still unsure, like I mentioned in this video, you might want to try doing a project to learn more about yourself. If you're interested in dancing, for example, try doing a project on dancing to leave a good impact to people. Maybe bring the dancing community together. Can be anything, but because it's in your interest, you'll be more inclined to put more efforts and time into it. A lot of people ask me, what do you do if you don't have money to do any of this? My simple answer to that is look for a project that doesn't require money upfront. Or if you do require some fund, then look for some investment from people. Being a PM is like thinking your own way and figuring it out on your own. And you can use this as an experience. So instead of thinking you can't do it, try to find a way to get the investment or find a project that doesn't require money upfront. To give you another pointer, pitching an idea to me could be another starting point. I mean, I may not be a millionaire, but I may have some to invest in your idea depending on the amount. Or if I'm convinced that it's a great idea to pursue, I may help you connect to the people I know to maybe get some investment too. Who knows? Anyways, if you'd like to be stay tuned for more PM related videos or interview tips, please like and subscribe and leave some comments if you have any questions. Those give me great idea for the future videos. Until next time, peace.